Imagine facing a warrior who could defeat an entire army single-handedly. In this video, we're diving into the lives of the top 10 most lethal warriors in history. From ancient samurai to fearsome gladiators, we'll explore what made these fighters so deadly and their legendary battles. Stick around until the end to discover the ultimate warrior whose unmatched skills and feats have left an incredible mark on history. Spartacus. Spartacus, born around 111 BC, was a thrashing gladiator who led a slave uprising against the Roman Republic in 73 BC. He was strong and powerful, with muscles built from years of gladiator training. His intense gaze and commanding presence made him a natural leader, inspiring both fear and respect. Spartacus was feared not just for his strength, but also his clever battle tactics. He won many battles against the Roman armies by using smart and unexpected strategies. His experience fighting in the gladiator arena gave him a deadly advantage over his enemies. What made Spartacus truly remarkable was his ability to gather a large, diverse group of enslaved people, gladiators and deserters, and turn them into a strong, united army. He gave his followers hope and a clear goal: to fight for their freedom. This bold mission shook Rome to its core, threatening its power and stability. Spartacus scared the Romans because he could defeat their best generals and soldiers. His rebellion showed that even the mighty Roman Republic could be challenged, making him one of the most feared warriors in history. Alexander the Great. Alexander III of Macedon, known as Alexander the Great, created one of the largest empires in ancient history. Born in 356 BC, he became king at just 20 years old and quickly demonstrated his military genius. Alexander conquered such a vast territory through a combination of brilliant tactics, relentless ambition, and the ability to inspire his troops. One of his most significant battles was the Battle of Issus, where he defeated a much larger Persian army by using the terrain to his advantage and executing a daring cavalry charge. Another key victory was the Battle of Gaugamela, where his strategic use of phalanx formations and cavalry flanking maneuvers led to the decisive defeat of King Darius III and the fall of the Persian Empire. Alexander's conquests profoundly influenced the cultures and societies he conquered. He spread Greek culture worldwide, leading to the Hellenistic era, where Greek art, architecture, and philosophy were mixed with local traditions. This cultural blending created a lasting legacy that shaped the development of Western and Middle Eastern civilizations. Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan, the founder of the Mongol Empire, is renowned for his brutal military tactics and unprecedented conquests. Born as Temujin in 1162, he united the Mongol tribes. He began a series of campaigns to create the largest contiguous empire in history. Genghis Khan's brutality was unparalleled. He believed in the power of fear to subdue enemies, often resorting to extreme measures to instill terror. Entire cities that resisted his rule were annihilated, their inhabitants slaughtered without mercy. One of the most chilling examples was the destruction of Nishapur, where it is said that his forces killed over 1 million people, including women and children, in a matter of days. Genghis Khan implemented a merit-based leadership system to maintain control over such a vast and diverse empire and promoted religious tolerance. He established a legal code known as the Yasa to maintain order and discipline. His ability to integrate conquered peoples into his empire while respecting their customs and tradition helped ensure loyalty and stability. The long-term impact of Genghis Khan's conquests was immense. He facilitated trade and communication across Asia and Europe, contributing to the spread of ideas, technology, and culture. His conquests also led to significant population movements and cultural exchanges, shaping the demographics and history of many regions for centuries to come. Joan of Arc. Joan of Arc, a peasant girl, led the French army to several important victories during the 100 Years' War. Motivated by visions of saints she believed guided her to support Charles VII and liberate France from English domination, Joan took up arms despite her humble origins. Her divine mission and unwavering faith inspired both soldiers and civilians, leading to a surge in French morale. Joan's leadership had a profound impact on the outcome of the 100 Years' War. Her strategic insights and boldness were pivotal in lifting the siege of Orleans, a turning point that revived French fortunes. Her presence on the battlefield galvanized the French troops, leading to a series of victories that paved the way for the coronation of Charles VII at Reims. The circumstances surrounding Joan of Arc's trial and execution were tragic. Captured by the Burgundians and sold to the English, she was tried for heresy in a politically motivated trial. Despite her eloquent defense, She was convicted and burned at the stake in 1431 at the age of 19. Her martyrdom only strengthened her legacy, leading to her canonization as a saint and becoming a symbol of French unity and resilience. Miyamoto Musashi. Miyamoto Musashi was a legendary Japanese swordsman and ronin known for his unique double-bladed swordsmanship. The core principles of Musashi's fighting style, known as Niten Ichi-ryo, emphasized adaptability, fluidity, and the simultaneous use of two swords. He believed in mastering all aspects of combat and maintaining a calm mind, even in the heat of battle. Musashi's numerous duels, where he remained undefeated, significantly contributed to his legendary status. His most famous duel was against Sasaki Kojiro. Musashi arrived late and used a wooden sword carved from an oar to defeat his opponent with a single strike. These victories were not just demonstrations of skill, but also of his psychological mastery over his adversaries. The legacy of Musashi's book, The Book of Five Rings, extends far beyond martial arts. Written towards the end of his life, this treatise on strategy and philosophy offers insights into the art of combat and the mindset required for success. Its principles are applied in various fields today, from business to sports, making Musashi's wisdom timeless and influential across many domains. William Wallace. William Wallace was a Scottish knight who became one of the most prominent leaders during the Wars of Scottish Independence. Several key battles defined his fight for Scottish independence. The Battle of Stirling Bridge in 1297 was a significant victory, where Wallace's forces cleverly used the narrow bridge to their advantage, decimating the English troops. Another crucial engagement was the Battle of Falkirk in 1298. Although a defeat, it showcased Wallace's tactical skills and determination against overwhelming odds. Wallace's tactics and strategies often involved guerrilla warfare. He utilized the rugged Scottish terrain to launch surprise attacks on English forces. He relied on the mobility of his troops and their intimate knowledge of the local landscape to conduct hidden run raids, ambushes, and night attacks, which continually harassed and demoralized the English army. The significance of Wallace's execution in 1305 was profound for the Scottish independence movement. Captured and brutally executed by the English, Wallace became a martyr and a symbol of Scottish resistance. His death galvanized support for the cause of independence, inspiring future generations to continue the fight for a free Scotland. Attila the Hun. Attila the Hun, ruler of the Huns, was one of the most feared enemies in the Roman Empire. Attila's strategies to instill fear and achieve military success included the use of psychological warfare, ruthless devastation of cities, and swift, unpredictable attacks. His forces were highly mobile, using mounted archers to outmaneuver and outflank enemies. Attila also employed scorched earth tactics, leaving nothing but destruction in his wake to break the will of those who opposed him. The brutal nature of Attila's campaigns was legendary. It was said that no grass would ever grow again where his horses rode. This metaphor highlights the destruction and desolation left in the wake of his armies. Attila's reputation for brutality was not just built on tales, but on the real and terrifying consequences of his invasions, massacres, razed cities, and countless lives lost. The Roman Empire responded to Attila's invasions with military resistance and diplomatic efforts. The Romans attempted to buy peace with large sums of gold. They sought alliances with other barbarian tribes to counter the Hunnic threat. Key battles such as the Battle of the Catalonian Plains in 451 AD saw Roman and Visigoth forces temporarily halt Attila's advance, demonstrating the empire's resilience. The ultimate fate of Attila the Hun and his empire came swiftly after he died in 453 AD. Attila died unexpectedly, and the Hunnic Empire quickly fragmented without his unifying leadership. His sons fought among themselves, and the once feared Hunnic Empire dissolved, with its remnants absorbed by other emerging powers, making the end of their dominance in Europe. Saladin. Saladin, the first Sultan of Egypt and Syria, led the Muslim military campaign against the Crusader states. His most notable military achievements include the decisive victory at the Battle of Hattin in 1187, where he captured Jerusalem, ending nearly a century of Crusader control. This battle demonstrated his strategic genius and effectively crippled the Crusader forces. Saladin's leadership and diplomacy significantly shaped the Crusades. He was known for his chivalry and kindness, often treating captured Crusaders with respect and offering generous terms of surrender. His ability to unite the Muslim factions under his command was crucial in mounting a formidable resistance against the Crusaders. His diplomatic skills were evident in his negotiations with Richard the Lionheart during the Third Crusade, which resulted in the Treaty of Jaffa, allowing Christian pilgrims to access Jerusalem. Saladin's legacy in the Muslim world is that of a hero who defended Islam and reclaimed Jerusalem. He is remembered as a noble and honorable adversary in the Christian world. His reputation for fairness and honor transcended religious divisions, earning him respect from both his allies and his enemies. Saladin remains a symbol of justice and leadership in Muslim and Christian history. Hannibal Barca. Hannibal Barca, a Carthaginian general, is best known for his audacious crossing of the Alps to invade Italy during the Second Punic War. His key battles and strategies include the Battle of Trebia, where he lured the Roman forces into a trap and annihilated them, the Battle of Lake Trasimene, where he ambushed and destroyed another Roman army, and the Battle of Cannae, his masterpiece, where he encircled and annihilated a much larger Roman force, causing one of the worst defeats in Roman history. Hannibal sustained his campaign in Italy for over 15 years through brilliant logistics and support from local allies. He utilized the resources of the Italian countryside. He forged alliances with Rome's discontented allies, which provided him with the necessary supplies and reinforcements. His strategic insight kept Roman forces off balance, preventing them from mounting a successful counterattack for many years. The long-term impact of Hannibal's military campaigns on Carthage and Rome was significant. While he failed to capture Rome, his campaigns severely weakened the Roman Republic and inflicted massive casualties. However, Rome eventually recovered and launched counterattacks that led to the destruction of Carthage in the Third Punic War. Hannibal's tactics and strategies have been studied and admired throughout military history, influencing commanders for centuries and highlighting the importance of innovation and adaptability in warfare. Vlad the Impaler. Vlad III, also known as Vlad the Impaler, was a Romanian ruler known for his brutal methods of punishing enemies. Vlad earned his fearsome reputation through his preferred method of execution, impalement. He used this gruesome technique to instill fear and maintain control, impaling thousands of enemies and leaving their bodies on display as a warning to others. His extreme cruelty and ruthless tactics were designed to intimidate his subjects and enemies. Vlad's tactics were crucial in his defense against the Ottoman Empire. Faced with the threat of invasion, he used guerrilla warfare, night attacks, and scorched earth strategies to harass and demoralize the much larger Ottoman forces. His most infamous act was impaling 20,000 Ottoman prisoners outside the city of Targovishte, which created a forest of the impaled and horrified the advancing Ottoman army, leading them to retreat. Vlad the Impaler's legacy has profoundly influenced Romanian history and popular culture. In Romania, he is seen as a national hero who defended his homeland from foreign invasion and maintained order through strict justice. However, his brutal methods also inspired the legend of Dracula, popularized by Bram Stoker's 1897 novel. This connection to the fictional vampire has made Vlad a figure of enduring fascination in literature, film, and folklore, blending historical reality with myth and contributing to his infamy worldwide. Throughout history, remarkable warriors like Spartacus, Alexander the Great, Genghis Khan, Joan of Arc, William Wallace, Saladin, Hannibal Barca, and Vlad the Impaler have shaped the world with their extraordinary skills, leadership, and bravery. Their legacies, marked by strategic brilliance and fierce determination, continue to inspire and intrigue us. If you want to dive deeper into history's most fascinating figures and events, give this video a like and subscribe to our channel for more captivating historical insights.